I was 40 and I didn't want to get pregnant again. Are you kidding me? I had one baby. She weighed 10 pounds, almost 1 ounce shy. It had been a disaster, all the swollen ankles. My husband said, please, I want another. I gave in. Yikes. So then I got a little more happy about it. I said, oh, that little thing's growing in here. I'm all good about it, okay? So eventually it got bigger, 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 and I went to the hospital. I said, okay, he's been due for 2 weeks. If you don't take him out now and induce me, I'm not gonna leave this hospital waiting room. I can't bear it anymore. I'm working full time. My ankles are swollen. I can't deal with this, ladies. No more, no more. And I sat there and they said no, and finally they took me in. So it was wholly different. Not a 10-pound baby, but only 8. And the boy, my husband was there, he came, I don't want to say flying out. He came flying out of that hole. It was pre-greased or whatever. And we caught him and cut that umbilical cord. And I felt so happy. I changed my whole mind. I was so happy to have another little boy, a baby, a boy. I had a girl. How wonderful. And I brought that boy home. I brought my mom to help me out in the first few weeks when my husband went back to work. And I had only 6 weeks back then of time. They used to call it disability leave. I said, it isn't a disability, but there I was. Well, he started to cry. And he cried, and he cried, and he cried loud, and he screamed, and his little legs went out straight. And he had colic. Oh, I thought I was so confused. I had hormones flying. I said, Mom, 2 in the morning, we're up. He's the devil. Like, please help me. She says, oh, honey, just put your knees up and pat him. It's gas. Just pat him on the back on your knees. It will all be fine. So my mama helped me through. And when she left, that baby's still crying. And I took him on the deck. Oh, please, it's a summer. You love this baby. Stop crying. And should I toss him over? No, but I almost did. Then I took my little girl to daycare. He's in the car seat, there in the baby car seat, and he was crying. And I couldn't even get to the daycare. And suddenly there were tracks on the road, and somehow I swerved with all the crying, and my tire went flat, and I had to call for help. And they're both screaming and crying, and I thought I was a professional woman. Like, what the hell? I got these kids, I'm going nuts, I don't know what I'm doing. And the next time I got home and I said, I will not go to the grocery and get milk when we need it, even though I'm scared he's gonna cry. So I put him in that car seat and I took him to the market in Stewartstown, and he cried the whole way, and I took him in. We made our way back in the cart, and he started crying again. Halfway back there, I got to the dairy aisle. I grabbed the milk. He was crying harder, screaming at the walls. All the mothers are looking at me like I'm incompetent. And I raced the cart up to the front, and he's still crying. And I say, here's the money, here's the money. I put the cash out, and I ran out the door and got him in the car. In the car seat, strapped in. I went around the back, opened the trunk to put the milk in, slammed the door, and tried to get in, and I realized I locked my purse in the car. I've had no sleep. There he is there. I can't get in. He's locked in there. His mouth was wide open. Ah! Guess what? I couldn't hear him. I felt pleasure. I said, I don't hear him. How wonderful. Maybe I should just run. But I went in and went to the desk and said, I locked my son in the car. Can you help me call 911? What shall I do? I didn't leave. Okay. Here comes the ambulance. Here comes a guy with tattoos. Let's break the window, lady. No, don't break my car window, please. Let's just see if they have a Slim Jim on the ambulance. Okay, please, don't break my car. And eventually they got the baby out. They took me in the ambulance. What for? He wasn't even ill, but I went, nursed him along the way, did all that they said. I got home and I said, I'm broken. I'm broken. What is it with this child? What is it with this colic? Even my mother, she just can't be 100% as much as she is 75. How am I going to make it back to work and be a human and a mom and a real good person? And the next morning, he didn't cry. I said, oh, suddenly I had an angel. An angel, 3 months passed. That's all colic lasts. I didn't even know. I don't even know if there was internet then. And there was my beautiful angelic boy. And today at 28, he's the sweetest boy I've ever known.